Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that the stream is now up and running because I had the message that it is offline. I had this last week again. Now we start with a very confused Disturb.
Yeah, I thought I'd lost connection.
With not so much Disturb. Ersin Rainer.
Evening.
And a very confused Alien. Good evening, Pasurati. Fatty Gabi, thank you for 14 months. Unbelievable. We were guessing if little Gabi is now 14 months old or older or younger. Combine Bird, hello. Bo Duke, moin. Simon Kronz, hello. Kassa, hey. Gebes, greetings. So, I started the stream as usual, as I did yesterday. And yesterday it started and went off. Today I started the stream, and in the YouTube preview it was stream is offline, but the counter was running. So confusing. So I stopped OBS and started again, and then I hope it's good now. She's 9 months. Okay, yeah. Then we were all right. Then we were thinking that you managed to get a father during the agent time. 13. Power. 13. Power. Grüße. Yeah, it's really getting time that she's getting in front of the PC, right? She really should start playing Farm Sim.
Doing those jobs that you really don't want to do yourself.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good thing that he managed to become father during Maze Plus. It would be a little bit annoying if he managed to get another child during watching. Then we are not that not interesting, right? If he has time to make a new baby, so please time management.
What you're assuming now is he spends all of his time using Maze Plus and is far too busy for anything else.
Yeah. I mean, if the whole family is watching, Mr. Gabi, little Gabi, and he, then we're all good. Then he's just watching.
I find it really weird actually how many people tell me they'll watch YouTube on the TV. And
really?
I've had a couple of my friends send me pictures of them watching my videos on the TV in their lounge.
Yeah, why not?
Just really weird. Strange.
Oh boy, she gets crazy on the computer. She
program.
drags the joystick and turns the wheel. So soon she will be able to play. Nice. I mean, I'm playing basically on a TV-sized monitor. It's 43 inches. So, I mean, the new TVs are very good in quality, right? In picture quality.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure TV we've just got. I could probably play Farm Sim on. But,
just if you imagine you have an OLED, then most monitors can go home.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same technology these days, isn't it?
OLED?
Well, no, between TVs and computer monitors, apart from some kind of clever software-y stuff that they do. For graphics and things, display is basically the same between a monitor and a TV.
Peter Clark, hey, hi.
You watches it on TV. It's weird. Watching me talking through your 46-inch TV is just wrong.
I mean, I'm playing on 4K on the 43-inch, and it really looks good, but. When I go to the office PC with the 32-inch on 4K, the pixel density is wow. And then if you would go on a 27-inch on 4K, just imagine that.
Well, I've just gone to 28-inch 1440p at the desk. And, that seems huge.
Huge.
Yeah. Compared to a 17-inch laptop screen.
Yeah, true. I mean, I was playing on a 35-inch ultra wide, and it was really nice. but it was in height not enough for me. The width was okay. And then I bought the 32-inch, and I thought, wow, huge. Until until I got to 43, and now I think maybe a 50-inch would be better for the setup here. Yeah, if you're sitting in front of it with the wheel and all that stuff, it's the bigger it is, the more immersive it is, because it all feels more realistic. The bigger the cabin is in front of you. Yeah, so basically my steering wheel is the same size that I got it shown on the screen. So it feels really nice. Better than an iPad. Yeah, true.
Yeah. Yeah. How far away do you have a screen that big?
50
You
centimeters.
have to move your head. Okay, so you must have to move your head around to look at the different bits of the screen.
No. How can I explain it? Oh wait, is the sound okay for you guys, or is the tractor too loud? I think it's too loud because I'm screaming against it. Wait, I will make it a little bit less loud. Do you wear glasses?
Yes.
So you know that you have a very special viewing perspective. Your field of view is a little bit channeled. Yeah, so you don't have this 150 degrees.
Yeah.
And if you're sitting on a tractor, you do not see every angle of the screen. You do not, of the windscreen. You do not see the right and the left mirror at the same time. And with the screen size I got in front, with the field of view that I have, it feels realistic to me that the part of the screen I see feels like real life. You know how I would try to explain it, or what I want to say. So, because the screen is that big, it gives me this realistic feeling. And with head track, with being able to move my head around, it's more like that. And if I have a small screen, it feels weird.
I'm guessing it's much more immersive, particularly with the wheel and stuff that you use.
Yeah. So I compared a couple of weeks ago. I went down and our big tractor was in the yard here, and I took place and tried to remember and imagine on how my view is, how much of the hood I see and all that stuff. And it really is close to the reality view that I have. But for people who are watching on a much smaller display now, they won't get my field of view. They won't get my why I play with this size and angle and all that stuff. You really have to have it authentic when you view it. Because when I rewatch the stream on a 32-inch, I already get sometimes confused. JDL, hey. Jeremy Daniels, big screen TV is the only way to fully appreciate the awesome driving skills. Oh yeah, there was this talking point, right?
They are that good. They are that good. I think I have to remind people sometimes that all of the apparent crashing is staged with professional drivers for people's enjoyment.
Don't do this at
Not
home.
actually me crashing into everything. Yeah, it's a closed environment. They're all in their full safety gear, and it's purely for people's entertainment. It's not that I'm absolutely awful at driving tractors sometimes.
I mean, I really get if you're playing with keyboard on a laptop that I would drive worse, I think.
A lot of it is more that I tend to do things too quickly.
Can you explain?
and that tends to cause me to crash. Rather than manoeuvring slowly, that might be a keyboard thing actually, because all of the manoeuvring is done at full throttle.
So you're this guy, yeah? There's gas or no gas?
Yeah, because that's what there is. There's a W key.
Yeah.
You know?
You know that there are analog keyboards out there, right?
Or not built into a laptop, there aren't.
You don't have a USB port on it? No, I mean, it's really...
I do, but it's really not convenient for having. So most of the time that I'm recording stuff, I am sat in a reclining armchair with the laptop on my lap.
Jeremy
so
Daniels, having turned 50 this year, then for me the bigger screen is better. You see?
Maybe when I turn 50 I'll need to get a 30-inch laptop.
No, the screen size has to fit the age. For every year you need 1 inch. It's like
That's
women.
what she said?
Yeah, I would say it. It's like with women, right? The older they get, the more drinks they need. You got animals on this map? Yes, we have, but not the new ones. Just the regular ones. Just the.
Is this still the same save that you were doing in the build up to Maze Plus? Is that right? Or is it a new save?
This is the Pullover map. This is not Chicho. This is
Okay. Oh yeah.
This is the map that we wanted to play with Modelleicher, Rainer and me, and me doing some streams, and Modelleicher doing a story with Rainer on the same farm. So I rented a server for that, and let's say I paid for 4 weeks, and Sam showed up for 2 times, and so we cancelled that, and now we are just playing. There's nothing special on here. It's just a relaxing play without testing anything. It's just really for the amusement to play a little bit, because I miss that too, not playing at all. And I thought that we had Chicho earlier ready with Terralife Alpha, but it all got out of hand, and so we're just doing here some regular stuff like every user can do with Maze Plus, and yeah.
I find it's really nice having a game like that. My one on Fröhling is a bit like that. Just do some stuff.
Yeah, this map I will start over again with the old save, but I will extend the map to make a single player on it, and maybe 1 day a week I will stream from this map with some Terralife Alpha stuff in there, and to have a more detailed but shorter stream podcast, so to say. To play a little bit with the smaller stuff, with the Steyrs, and I'm working on a special tractor that I hope that I receive it. Then I can play with my real life owned tractors on this map with the MB Track 1000, MB Track 900, and a third tractor that I owned at the same time on my farm. So just to have another relaxing stream, so to say, a fallback.
Yeah.
Really enjoy my plus mode, although I have a question regarding the future of mod. Is there programming possibility to make animal pens for grazing without the hassle of... Yeah, sure, there's a possibility. First, you go on Facebook, or you go on the special page of the modder who releases a husbandry, and then you tell them, you fucking idiot, why don't you use Giant Standard so that grazing would work and I don't have to do it in editor? That would be a nice one. Yeah, so grazing is built for the Giant Standard husbandries, and they work flawlessly on them, and the lazy modders who were not willing to implement it correctly, they are the ones you guys have to go to and really don't tip them, tip us, donate us, and we will help you rent on them. Achim, good evening.
The problem is not with grazing, the problem is with the modders that make the pastures skipping a feature because they don't think it's needed.
Yeah.
Or doing what I found a lot of them have done and putting it in but having it have no area.
So it is basically the same as that we would have make the best rims and wheels for a Ferrari, and the Ferrari dealership just doesn't sell you the Ferrari with wheels, and you would come to us complaining about not being capable of driving with the Ferrari from the dealership to us to build some new wheels on. Yeah? You see what I'm saying is rent at them. Yeah, custom built pasture inside the game with grazing possibility is as it should be, would be so nice. Yes, it would be nice if the lazy modders just would do as Giants does in the vanilla game and use vanilla standard for the pastures. If you do,
I'm not sure. I think you might be asking a different question. I think you might be asking about whether you can, whether it's possible in the future to be able to create them in the game, so you don't need the mod. Like everyone else who wants to be able to paint down an animal enclosure, turn a field into an animal enclosure.
Yeah, but we don't talk about changing possibilities of pastures yet. Like for example, you would plant a cover crop on this field here, and you wanted to graze it with a sheep in autumn, so that you just put a fence around it and then you can graze on it. Let's keep it short. The possibility with grazing is there, because with grazing you can customize your crop that they would eat. It's also the pasture that has to be modified to be capable of being swapped around on a map. So this would be also an additional feature request for the grazing, and not for the grazing itself, but for the modified stuff. Does the base game use the foliage layer? Yes. This is the funny thing why every base game husbandry works with the grazing.
Yeah, so that the foliage layer is used to put down the grass that you see in the base game animal enclosures. It's what it's there for, and so it makes sense that you would use that, because you assume that most animal enclosures that have a grass area that you could graze will have that defined.
Oh, I got something on top of, for you. Grazing does not work even with the standard Giants placeable custom whatever blah 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 husbandries on this map out of the box, because the map is messed up. Because the map doesn't has the grass that you need. So we put in the grass that we needed, because I was wondering that grazing didn't work for me on the husbandries, and I tested them on the vanilla map, and it worked on the vanilla map. So yeah, now we put in the normal grass to make it work. It's not the fault of the grazing mod. The grazing mod does what it is supposed to do, and all on top is on the modders. It is the custom husbandries that have to be as standard Giants vanilla maps are working, And for the other thing with the free to place grazing areas, this is something completely different that has to be made on top, built in the map, and not with the grazing mod. If someone is doing stuff like that, grazing will work with it, but it has to be done by the modders.
Yeah, I had hoped, and I don't think many modders have picked up on it. Some have, that more would realise that it's important and start to add it in. I know Cavalier, who makes Maypole Farm that I'm playing on, he as soon as grazing came out, he updated all of his maps so that all of the custom pastures that go with the animal enclosures had grazing, because it was really simple for him to do it. It's just a really simple step that a lot of modders have chosen to ignore because they don't think it's important.
Yeah, because it's basically the same laziness that was in FS19 with the updates for the horse extensions. If there's an idiot, sorry if I call you an idiot now, who makes great tutorials on how to set it up yourself, very easy.
Yeah.
So why should they update their maps if there is an idiot out there doing tutorials and another idiot putting it in the map, right?
Yeah, and offering to do it for them.
Yeah, I mean, I was there. I was there. I feel you.
Yeah. I make those videos to help out the people that want to play on maps that don't have it, because, and yeah, a lot of them I did because I wanted to know how to do it as well. But what frustrates me is it's so simple.
Sorry, I have to laugh. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Combine Bird, really. I have to say, I know what you're saying, and I get it, and it's all fine. It's not about you, but mappers making the map grazing ready is like 4D modding saying he's making the mixer wagon Maze Plus ready, when all they did is just putting in the vanilla base game features instead of messing stuff up. So this is why I have to laugh about, I made it grazing ready. Yeah, so you finally corrected your fucking laziness.
For the average player, if it says grazing works, it is so much easier. But yeah, the mixer wagon one was a good one. And if Rainer hadn't been around when I was trying to get that to work so I could use it before 4D fixed it, I'd have probably gone nuts.
I mean, the good thing would be if Giants now in the testing would just let them fail that are not base game made, right?
Yeah.
Except with a good explanation, maybe.
Yeah, but all they check is that they exist. Certainly on maps, I think they probably just check they exist, not that they're actually useful.
Yeah.
As an example, this map here was on ModHub at first, and you couldn't buy any animals. It just didn't work, and there was a hotfix a day later or something.
I mean, this can happen, right?
Yeah, I think that sometimes with...
Sorry, I have to laugh again. I had a clown for breakfast. Sorry. Let's face it, if a map is anyway Maze Plus compliant, it's a selling point for the modder currently.
I think that's what people are trying to cash in on massively. A certain well-known modder claiming that their animal pens are Maze Plus ready when they meant grazing ready. For example. Because I think most animal pens are Maze Plus ready, because all you need to be able to do is put animals in them and feed them.
Yeah, even today, this map with the custom animal food built in the map, Maze Plus makes it work. The only thing is the feeding robot. But you still can feed the animals over the trough, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and that's the same with the base game one with the feeding robot. You can still drive down the feed alley.
Smock Farmer, hey.
Hello, Smock.
My little competitive with the lower parts we have to compare, right?
Oh no.
I mean the feet. I mean the foot, right?
Oh.
The big foot.
That was still the last thing on Discord when I switched my computer on this morning, with that little stick man jumping up and down.
I'm loving it. No, I mean, funny thing is, in FS19, I got put on a stick and burned that I put the icons on the map previews so that I knew which version it was, right?
Yeah.
And now people do exactly the same
They all
to get
want
more
the icon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's it's like with the paywall and all that stuff, right? People put their stuff behind paywalls and all of that, and we do it for free. And if we ask for a penny because we need something in the team or so, then we get put up on the stick and burned again, because how can you, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I find that one, it's a really weird one, because there are obviously some good people in the Maze Plus community that often turn around and say this should be a DLC.
The Maze Plus community is a good one.
It is, and this might offend people, but all of those people that say Maze Plus should be a DLC, there are 2 links on the Maze Plus Discord. Just go click them and donate to one of them.
Yeah, even below the video.
Yeah,
in the description.
You know, if you use Maze Plus and you think it's good enough to be a DLC that you would buy, donate, because it helps.
I had an argument with a guy. It was because of Hof Bergmann.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, yeah, well, if a modder puts so much effort in it, it's easy for me to pay €5 in the supporting stuff and how is it called? How is Abonnement or Mitgliedschaft? Membership. Yeah, description and membership. It's very easy for me to so don't complain about them taking money for it. And then I said, yeah, well, don't we do good mods too? Don't we put effort and all that stuff in there? So why not donate us a little bit? Yeah, because you're doing it for free. I said, what?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's so crazy. It's so fucking crazy. Longhill, moin.
You might need to turn me up a bit, Paul.
Hmm?
Apparently, I'm very quiet. Unless I can do it in.
No, I
Discord.
In Discord, you are loud enough for me. You are as loud as Rainer, and the OBS is going in orange, close to red.
Okay, so we're fine.
Now,
so people just need to adjust their ears.
Yeah, that, and I will put down the volume. Oh, maybe I shouldn't put down the master. Maybe I should put only down the vehicle. Not sure if it's the same channel.
The sound, as someone who makes YouTube videos, sorting out audio is one of the most painful things for doing videos. As Kartek, who has just arrived, will agree.
Yeah, and Smoky just said voice levels are fine here. I think Kartek will say the same. Problem is, I'm not jumping on everyone complaining about too loud, not loud enough. I just look out for the guys who are on a regular basis in here and know how it can variate in having a bad day, or maybe the microphone a little bit further away, or maybe the microphone a little bit closer. Yeah, so they know the variations and they don't say directly.
Yeah. The microphone is in a very different place for me today because it's in an entirely different city. So, you know.
Ricky,
whoa.
Hi.
You sound good for the fact that you sound good for the fact that your mic's in a completely different city.
Yeah, I know.
Welsh gamer, hey. Yeah, but is it still UK or?
Yes, yeah. It's the other side of the UK, but yes, it's still the UK.
You know, in when you go to Ireland, it's and with the Scots too, it's always turned a little bit down because of the bass loudness of their voices, right? So you have to readjust them.
Already started to offend people.
Snow in Liverpool. We just talked about it before the stream.
We did. Because Germany has half a meter or...
No, it's predicted. It's predicted.
Predicted to have half a meter or 1 2/3 feet of snow next week. Put it into feet for some of the older people from the UK.
You see, and you're complaining about me want to measuring smogs in my feet, right? it's just we're just rolling in there.
Yeah, that wasn't your foot. You posted a thing of.
Yeah, maybe I'm Austrian and I have Wiener feet. Oh, it makes so much more fun not being that sick as we were back in the days and all that stress. Just having a little bit more air to breathe. It really eases streaming and bad jokes a little bit more.
Yeah, it is really good to finally get back to chatting.
Sun in Lower Bavaria.
Are you sure that was snow she put at the end of was the 8 inches she's just had? I can be offensive, he's my friend. It's okay.
What? You can be as offensive as you want to be.
His missus has just had 8 inches in the Caribbean.
Yeah. Nice. And where has he been?
Well, I'm pretty sure he's not in the Caribbean, so
yeah.
You know.
He had 8 witches in the cabin, maybe.
I'm sure she's having a lovely time and missing you dearly.
No snow in Denmark, but very cold.
Oh, I could go for a vacation in Caribbean as well now.
Peter, it depends on which 4 inches that are, right? I mean,
yeah.
4 inches of whiskey are always fine, but 4 inches, if the miss... No, I don't want to go there. I just don't want to go there. Snow in Aalborg. I know where Aalborg is in Denmark. I have 2 friends living close by there.
Oh, we've really gone downhill. I should have just ignored the comment, shouldn't I?
No, you're Brit. You're supposed to. You're supposed to go for it.
Supposed to offend your friends.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I learned from the best, so. It's. Sometimes, you know. Sometimes all I need is the Brit in the face.
It's been too long a day for you to sing at me.
Why? I just have some Paulaner beer, and did we mention the World Cup yet? Is it necessary? I mean, for me, I don't care for football or soccer at all.
No.
So.
The only reason that I knew England were playing the soccer in the last big game they had is a WhatsApp group with my university friends who was going absolutely nuts. That's a lot of times to get 81 inches.
I mean, I talked about getting put on a stick, right, and burned. It's kind of that thing, right?
I much prefer my odd-shaped balls to the
what? You should.
Rugby.
Come on, we're talking
this conversation is going horribly wrong.
Your odd-shaped old balls. Come on, really? Really?
Really?
I just talked before the stream to Rainer that my back pain has moved to my odd-shaped old ball too. So it's really on the point, Disturb. It's on the point. Really nice.
Yeah, we say we can say soccer here. We're inclusive. We also say Ziki.
Or Z.
Or Z, depending where you're from.
Yeah. And we also have colorblind mode and normal color mode and.
Oh boy.
He has a hoodie for his odd-shaped balls. And they're fuzzy, apparently.
No wonder the wife gets 8 inches in the Caribbean if you have odd-shaped balls.
Yeah.
And if they are big odd-shaped balls, let's go there. No, let's go. I mean, I meant the direction now here on the with the driving, not the other.
So farming.
What is farming?
There's something to do with a farming game involved.
Yeah, this is where they have the odd-shaped cows with titties, bulls with titties, right? They have also odd-shaped balls.
Yep. The cows in farm sim definitely have very odd-shaped balls with some very strange growths on them.
Yeah, but this will change. This will change with Terra Life. We will make them even more odd-shaped.
And I don't think they'll be shaved. No, I don't think we'll shave them.
Yeah, we will shave them. The shape is odd and we shave them. Yeah.
Maybe we can get a special version made for Cartex. So his have shaved balls.
And you know that you get the shaped collie, right?
Yeah. We used to have a black and white collie, and he used to really struggle with the heat in summer, and my wife did used to shave him. So,
do you milk the bulls in Terra Life? You shouldn't do that in real life. So in Terra Life, no, definitely no.
That's a very specialist DLC add-on that's available through Only Farms.
I drink my coffee with cow milk and not with cream. If you prefer bull cream, you can do it, but it's not coming with us.
It's so sexist that they only milk the female cows, isn't it?
Yeah.
No.
You know now why I have the silicon keyboard, right? It's all coming together now. It's all coming together. All topics that we made save before the stream. No one could listen. No one could hear.
Yeah. That white clean keyboard.
Yeah, and now we pop it all out.
White clean keyboard.
Apparently
it was to do with having greasy hands, but you know.
This conversation is so wrong on so many levels. Come on, you filthy little bastard. You're enjoying it. I love you guys.
Did you expect any different? We've been away from doing this for months. There is not a safe word.
The good thing is...
The safe word is a super chat.
The safe word is always meatloaf. I would do anything for love, but I won't do that.
I mean, the good thing is you can only have that much fun with the English-speaking community. So, I have to give you that.
It's certainly gone in a very random direction.
Oh, Aviation Chris is also here. Yeah, he's a North German, so he is going for laughs into... I mean, he can't go into...
Additional company.
And some sort of substance that might make things greasy.
Oh, tell me about the substances.
Some sort of lubrication, maybe?
I have no clue what you're talking about.
Yeah, kebab is the safe word.
I once saw a YouTuber that was sponsored by Bounty, the kitchen roll.
Okay.
Not the coconut flavored chocolate.
I mean, you cannot use kebab as a safe word because then all the other moistures are running too. Farm sim freak. Hey.
Someone said chocolate. Thanks for reminding me.
I'm not sure Bounty really counts as chocolate. There's far too much coconut-looking stuff in it.
Oh, Chris, you have no chance to overtake the English stream. Trust me. The English-speaking community and especially Disturb is very hard in blending people out and kicking them. So your plane will crash immediately. He's a pilot. He's a pilot. You know, he's a young guy who's doing paper planes.
That's the only kind of flying I would do.
No, how are they called? The small charter planes, Cessna, whatever. You know, the small things. So I really am a little bit jealous on that.
I think you're confused about what I do, but
What?
I don't do anything with airplanes.
No, Chris, aviation Chris.
Ah, okay.
He's the one that I meant him. And the last time he overtook the German stream chat. It was plop 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 plop, and this is what I meant. You are harder in banning and making people disappear. So, I mean, it's hard to follow up after just the topics we had just before. I give you that.
Yeah.
I give you that.
I actually got reminded because it's been so long since. Actually, I was on here last week. I got reminded by YouTube that I'm a moderator.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah. Wait.
For some reason, you trust me enough to delete people in YouTube chat.
Yeah. Wait for the notification you get next week from YouTube. You fucking bastard! Watch your language. Remind you. May I remind you? You're a moderator. You're not supposed to use these words.
It's not my YouTube channel. It's fine.
So you see, Aviation Chris explained what planes he's flying. So it's basically a paper plane.
It'll be a lot of fun. One of my colleagues has or had her private pilot's license, and she did take us flying on a work trip that we did, and that was really quite cool. I've never been in a plane that's so small and felt so unsafe. Even though I had two very, very highly qualified pilots in the front of it.
I mean, yeah. I did RC flying, and I was quite happy back in the days that I was not in a real plane with these flying skills or with these maneuvers. So I would never ever trust someone where I'm not married to the sister or something like that to get into such a small plane with them.
It was pretty safe. She'd been flying for a very long time.
She?
We had she.
I would fly with every woman.
And we also.
The airbags are amazing, I can tell you.
Another very, very qualified pilot. So yeah. I wouldn't trust myself flying an actual plane because I've played flight simulators and I'm slightly better at that than I am at driving a tractor, or I used to be. But I still crash far too much to want to put myself in a real plane.
What about microlight? Microlight are the smaller planes without RC control?
Microlight are the the really tiny little planes with like a lawnmower engine on the back and a triangular canopy above.
Ultralight.
Ultraleichtflugzeuge in German.
Yeah.
Sounds about right. Yeah, I don't think microlights have flaps, so I think we're safe there.
Please don't discuss flaps now.
But we can talk a little bit about the airbags from the pilot, from the Mrs. Pilot you were flying with, because when we talk about bulls with titties, we can talk about pilots with titties. Airbags. Sorry.
Airbags. Safety devices.
Yeah.
No, that's a step too weird.
I mean, look back 80, 90 years ago when you crashed with a woman in a plane. you could not drown because of the fabric underwear and the bras that they used. Now, in these days, you cannot drown because of the silicone they have in. So always fly with the woman. It's always safe.
Built-in safety devices.
Hang glider. hang glider. That can be misunderstood too. I mean, tonight I pretty much can misunderstand everything because I want to.
Yeah. I think there's a pattern here. There's a pattern here.
Airbags or airbags? Or air packs?
Oh, that was a bit of fun.
So, what are you up to? Do we do regular streams now on Thursday for the English-speaking community?
I assume so. We're a little way off of having Calmston sorted, but
yeah, that will be a long time. I mean, I hope we get it done this year before Christmas to start the stream on it, but I wouldn't count on it because it's really a lot to do, a lot more than I thought.
It's easier for me because I can just sit here and chat and make silly comments about what people say on YouTube land.
Yeah, and for me it's also a little bit easier because I know that you're watching the chat, so I don't have to watch that often.
Yeah, I think that will be an interesting challenge when I go to actually having to try and play the game at the same time.
Yeah, you will get planted the chat on your forehead. So much is
the benefit of when I'm doing this at home is I have more than one screen.
Okay.
So
yeah, getting it.
Oh, there is the perfect mod that's on King Mods for you, Paul. Kebab production.
I'm not really sure.
You like your productions, don't you? You really like your.
I mean, if someone would donate me a 3D printer with a big enough reservoir to immediately print a kebab, yeah. But but another topic. No, you first. Then I switch the topic.
No, I was just going to say you feed it sheep and sunflower oil and you get kebabs out.
Yeah. True. I mean, I love chicken kebab too. So you could basically feed everything.
I'll be version 2.
No, but change of topic because a pineapple plantation. Yeah, pineapple plantation is the problem. If you put a pineapple texture on a plane texture plane on it looks really awful. It has to be a 3D object, but this is impossible to do. Same with pumpkins and all that stuff, or cabbage. No, what I wanted to say is because the English-speaking community is here now. I think a lot of them really did not get what the whole animal stuff that Oxy is posting is meaning. What the whole workflow and the whole collaboration behind it really is. So that we bought the licenses for the animals and that he's doing the in-gaming and we're doing the feeding and the animal system for it. Because I see people really offering a lot of donations to him because of the stuff that he's doing. And when I think, what? I mean, it's not about the money. It's just about I want to set things right. You know, if someone is doing something, I always grant them their space and their how is it called? I always point out who did what, right? The credits,
the recognition.
Yeah, but people just not recognizing that we, the farming agency, bought the licenses for the animal.
It's being done as part of TerraLife.
Yeah, and
farming agency.
Oxygen David is part of the TerraLife team. And yes, he can use the animals then later on if he wants to put some on console. But basically, the animals will come with the TerraLife maps. So I'm not sure if it's the right way to put things, but I think it's the correct way. Just to quote a good friend of mine on the wording here. I think we should put it the correct way to say on how things are. So these animals were a couple of hundred euros, so it's not a cheap one, right? I just want people to know that we are giving them for free on ModHub for everybody. When you say licenses, do you mean the animal models? Yes, correct. They are made by an artist, and you can buy the licenses on his page for a couple of $100. And they are completely animated and textured and all that stuff, and only the implementing into the farm sim is that what Oxy does. We have a new guy in the team who does new textures for the animals, so that we have much more cow breeds and more British ones, more South German ones, so that we have different ones with how are they called, horns? Are they called horns?
Mm-hmm. Yep, they're called horns.
And we have calves, we have heifers, we have young cows and bulls and different cows and bulls and all that stuff. So
yeah, there's going to be so many variations compared to what you've seen already and what you've seen other people do in maps with those animals. The stuff that's going on in the background is so cool.
Yeah, so I really appreciate every credit that Oxy gets for the things he does, but I think it's not fair that he gets all the credit if there are so many people on the same page that are making it happen. Yeah, this is something that where I'm a very correct person, so that means I don't want to have credit for stuff that we didn't do, but I don't want to have other people all the credit for stuff that we did or that we do together, and I think everybody should be mentioned for the stuff that he does. So, DZB, hau rein. Dankeschön, dass du da warst.
You know, the new stuff that's coming is all the farming agency.
Yeah.
And so it should be the people in the farming agency that get the credit. The people doing the really clever stuff in the farming agency that get the credit, not the person who just sits in front of his laptop and talks.
Oh, you are very important person in the farming agency.
I don't do the really clever stuff like all the other people do. So.
You do. You have to deal with the Brits.
And I have to deal with you, I guess.
Yeah, but we're friends, so. I mean, even without farming agency, you would have to deal with me. So.
Yes. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you just wouldn't be able to tell me all the things you were upset and frustrated about.
Yeah, I mean. Everybody can collect their donations if they want to. Yeah, right. But I feel a little bit at the moment. Well, let's say at the moment I feel that a lot of people get donations for stuff that they really didn't do or partial did. It was much worse in Farm Sim 19, of course, right?
Yeah, true.
But I mean, we have to keep the whole how do we say it? We have to keep the whole boat floating. And we have now 21 people in the farming agency in the farming agency alone. And I think they all deserve credit for what they do, and they all deserve a part of the cake. And some of them did, and I don't find it fair.
I think the other thing is that the donations that go into the farming agency go to help with the production of all of this stuff. Whether it's buying licenses for animals or servers for testing things or hardware for people to do things on. So,
yeah, or sometimes a train ticket or yeah. I mean, Robert has invested several thousands of euros into the farming agency, so it's not that it's all paid by donations or stuff like that. Not even far from it. But it's always nice to see that some money is going back, so to say, because Robert does even less than you do. No, because he's no modder, he's self-employed, he has no time, but everything that is with finances, money, and taxes and all that stuff, it's all running on his business, so that we are safe. And so if you see then, or if he sees then that other people get tips or donations for stuff where he says, well, didn't we do that? Yeah, it's hard to explain then.
Yeah, I mean, he's the guy that keeps everything legal and above board.
Yeah, and he's a cook, so I love him.
Some of the pictures he's posted, he does make some very good looking food.
Yeah, he does. He really does. I mean, sometimes Giants is having food at his restaurant. It happened. I mean, I have to be careful with what I say. Some Giants employees have, so it's you always have to be careful in what you're saying. And so
rather than really tall people.
So there's it's really good food there. Yeah. No, and now I totally forgot what I wanted to say. Oh yeah. This is sometimes really I hate when people don't recognize what several people did. Just because someone is posting pictures of something doesn't mean that it is like. In the last couple of 2 or 3 weeks, I got approached by several modders who were asking for permission for our stuff, for productions and all that.
To implement, and it automates all of the stuff on ModHub, and it's definitely the way to go if you're making mods and you want to make a mod for something like Maze Plus, make it a dependency within the mod.
So
that way it.
No, sorry, go ahead. I'm just laughing in advance.
I was just saying that way it works.
One guy was asking for help in Maze Plus Discord if the Animal Food Edition would work without Maze Plus. And of course we all said, no, it's a mod dependency, can't you see it? And and he said, well, I'm sorry, I just watched on my mobile and I couldn't see it on ModHub, that it was not standing there. I'm going after what Giant says, so it was not mentioned, so I thought no. And I thought, what? Posted the XML entrance with the lines here, dependency, went on ModHub, and well, the dependency was gone. So I contacted Giants and I said, well, what happened here? I'm pretty sure we had the dependency in there and it's still in the XML. What happened? What changed? And it came back, well, it's in the XML, but we have to put it on ModHub side handish into the page. And with the update, it just forgot.
When it. Oh.
So it got updated immediately in an instant, and I posted it. Yeah, look, it's in there.
Oh, that's very sneaky.
Yeah.
That's very sneaky, sir.
No, I cleared it up, but it's.
It's hard coded.
Yeah. No, the dependency in-game works.
Download it. Yeah.
But if people are that fair and clever and really read the description on ModHub, as he did, so it was really not his fault that he didn't know. But it was cool. It was cool anyway. So let's get some direction in here.
It's getting very dark.
Yeah, but it's
if only someone had suggested you slept through the night first.
Yeah, but then the weather is not playing with us well. I mean, the problem.
To be honest, I can't really see because I'm watching in really awful resolution.
Yeah, but
tethered to my phone. But.
But October 2nd should be fine. October 3rd is where the weather gets bad.
Yeah, but I have to sow barley and oat a lot. Yeah, we can sleep if you want to. We can sleep. I mean, the problem is that OBS is making the stream so dark. It's not that dark really on the server at the moment. It's still looking fine, but you can.
I will finish this field and then I go back to the farm.
It might just because I am watching it in almost the lowest settings that YouTube offers, so it might just be that it's that.
No. If I see the preview on OBS, it's much darker in the preview than it is on my screen.
Yeah, you're playing in 4K. I'm watching in 240p. I have no idea what that resolution even is, but it's absolutely awful.
Yes.
I can sort of see the picture. I can talk to you. So it's.
I mean, I'm used to it because when we streamed and played with Modelleicher, and I always had the stream open on top, and it was always on 144, the lowest you can get, because my connection doesn't make it.
Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't get into the hotel that had the good internet this week.
But the wars are better, or
the hotel that I like staying in has really good internet and it's free. Well, it's included in the price of the hotel room. The hotel I'm in today has really bad internet and it's not included in the price of the hotel room.
So when we stayed with the FSL in Poland, in a very, very, very nice hotel. The horse were not included, but they had very good internet. But they were cheap, so, and they had a pool.
Yeah, there's no pool here. There's no pool here.
No pool there, so you're safe. There's no pool there.
There's no pool or pool.
And no whore.
No.
And no internet. Oh my lord.
And no inches.
No inches. I mean, if you're staying in a hotel with 8 inches,
that's something completely different.
you have to get rid of something, right?
That's only on the second Friday of each month.
The 8.
I've got to make a living.
The 8 inches of beer. No, it's really when I was never in Poland before, so I was basically having in my mind bad roads, dirt, unfriendly people, and all that stuff. And it was completely the opposite. Only the security at the airport was much worse than I thought. So I wouldn't pick a fight with them. With the MP5, no, but it was totally clean. The people were so friendly, and it was all the horses were so cheap, and it was all very. The beer was so cheap, and all that stuff. It was really nice. The only thing that was really expensive was a haircut and a beard shave.
Yeah, that's so you could look good for the other bits.
We went with 4 people for 20 euros at McDonald's and were fed up. I went to the barber and I should have paid 40 euro for a haircut and 20 on top for the beard shave.
Wow.
That's even more than it is here.
I haven't paid for a haircut.
Robert, hey!
24 years, I don't think.
Beetlejuice. No, it was really. My problem is when I try to grow a beard, you always go through these bad stages, right? You have to grow it a little bit further to get it shaved. I'm not that typical beard guy, so I don't have this hair growth like a Siberian MMO fighter. So yeah,
Yep.
I need a little bit of stubble length to get it cut. So but I thought, okay, why not? When everything is so cheap, why not get it in? The barber looked nice, the shop looked nice, but it was so expensive. Cheaper cutting your own hair. Yeah, I do cut my hair always myself. The shaving machine was the best investment ever. Yeah,
Yep.
but I just wanted to have one time a well-shaved beard. I mean, back in the days with my good girlfriend, not the bad one, with the good girlfriend, she always cut my beard, so that was nice, but I can't do it myself. And after the accident back in the days where I lost half of my right middle finger, I have problems to cut both sides of the beard with scissors. Yeah, because the middle finger is exactly what I need to, so I cannot do it without. So it's basically I have to have at some point some help for it, and that was where I thought that would be a good moment.
Mm-hmm. I've never been able to grow a decent looking beard, which is really frustrating because my dad has quite an impressive beard.
I mean, and
Big
we really would have earned the beard, right? We are men, not like the 17 years old, not capable of chopping wood and feeding a family with a beard.
Yeah. I think after my 40 odd years, I deserve to have a decent beard. I'm never convinced though of the beard and completely shaved head look, and I have a completely shaved head most of the time.
Yeah. You are really lucky that I'm not Ricky Gervais, because there would be the next penis joke. But I am the same. I mean, it's basically the same. 0 to 0.5 millimeters is normally the shave length. So I do not polish my head. Yeah. But it's, and back in the days, I had full hair, and I always said when I'm starting to lose hair, I will never ever comb it over or try to cover it, because we had two teachers who did so, and I really don't like it. I said I will stand for my less hair, and yeah, then I went into farming and gardening and all that stuff, and it was the best thing I could do to shave it anyways, because it's more practical with the dirt and the animal stuff. And so I went from short haircut to losing hair. So it was not that I lost my hair and had to cut it. It was just I had short hair and I lost it. So there was never a way to go back to more hair. Polish head, I thought you were German. I see what you're doing there. That was a good one. There's some ugly woman with beards. Yeah. That's true. That's true. But there are also some very beautiful women with beards. Because the problem is, some countries have the most beautiful women, like going to Middle East or India or Spanish. They all, of course, they all pick their hairs, their facial hairs, right? So you'll never see it. But if you really see a woman who doesn't pick it, it doesn't mean that she's ugly below the hair, but just I mean, the other ones that you can imagine are the ones that are looking like a bear with a beard, and being a woman, it's not that nice. Okay, I give you that. But with enough beer, you maybe make her look better.
Those magic beer goggles.
Yeah. Oh boy. So it's quite positive that I didn't rent on Giants today, right?
There's not been a single, well, it's been a little rant, but not about Giants.
Yeah. We talked a lot about 8 inches in the Caribbean.
We did. What we should also talk about is everyone should go and buy at least 3 copies of the season pass.
Yeah, with the promo code, please.
Yep. Make sure you use the Alien Pool, Farming Agency, and Disturbed.
The Alien Poll,
Everyone-
Agency, and Disturbed.
I couldn't remember what the Farming Agency was.
Farming Agency is agency. No bad feelings here, because the first picture that I put out was Alien and Farming Agency, and then I scheduled the post, and then I thought, wait, Alien. No, it's wrong. So, if we are not that regular users. Yeah, you can. I'm standing. If it was meant for me, Rainer, with the sleeping.
What?
Oh, I thought you said and I thought, oh yes, you can.
No, I didn't say anything.
Okay. Oh, it's the 8-inch feedback.
Yeah.
Feedback loop in the ears.
It's because you're working so late.
Yeah.
You get tired and hallucinating.
No, I don't want to. No. I don't want to. I mean, 8 inches.
Yeah.
That would be
That's
a
a lot,
great,
isn't it?
awesome pizza. Wouldn't it?
That's 20 centimeters. That's a small. That's not even a small pizza.
Yeah, but for now,
it wouldn't be that satisfying if it was a Subway.
okay, how are they called? Are they in English also durum?
No.
Those Turkish pizzas that you fill up with the kebab stuff. They are basically like a pizza. There is some meat on it with tomato sauce, and they put the veggies
That's not a durum. That's a lamajun.
Lemon, yeah. That's a man.
Still no.
Durum is just the dough, like a tortilla.
Yeah. So, and if you roll it and it has a width of 8 inches, it's a huge one, isn't it? Am I wrong? Is my mouth that small? Elite farming, hey, nice that you are here. So you're coming right at the right point.
A very mature, gaming-focused stream this evening.
Subway does a foot long, yeah, but I mean, if Smoky or me would be there, our foots are much longer than just.
Some feet are longer than others, aren't they?
Yeah.
So now I could go to sleep.
Yeah. Sleep.
You have to rewatch Combine Burt to find out where the 8 inches came from, unless chat will let you scroll back far enough.
Someone said his wife had just 8 inches in the Caribbean. So it's. You slept 7 o'clock. You're a genius.
It's a little bit. It's a little bit. It's no.
Yeah, in winter
but
time.
Now it's getting. But now it's getting lighter.
In winter time, 7 o'clock in the morning is the same darkness as 7 o'clock in the evening.
Okay, now I get why there was an update for the map today.
Oh.
My chickens are complaining that there's no place for the eggs to spawn. That's why the update. Okay. That's good to know.
So I think I have to feed them because I will lose productivity.
Feeding. Okay, yeah, we slept.
Yes, animals actually need feeding when you have Mage Plus enabled.
Yeah, but we're playing on 5 days. So
okay, it's not quite so painful.
Yeah, I think I have feed enough in the evenings.
I have 2 feet. I have to feed and I have 2 feet. So English language is really a hard one.
Komm, wir essen Opa, ne? Oder auch fahren.
Blame Kartek?
Everyone should blame him for absolutely everything. I even blamed him in one of my recent videos when a tractor accidentally went through a hedge. It's completely his fault.
Yeah, I thought so. You know, did you know that my mixer wagon now has an upgrade? Or my head, because I can now go through the window. Oh no, it's working. Now the microphone's in my way. But now I can watch out of the window. The how is it called? The American measuring system?
Imperial?
Imperial.
Yeah, Imperial.
Actually, it's in the UK that we call it the Imperial system. I'm not sure what the Americans call it.
The God-given?
I think
Correct?
I think most of the world knows this as imperial system because it comes from Britain, I think.
Yeah. I'm not sure if the American... yeah, that does say they use the imperial system still. Okay. I'm not sure if they would have renamed it. No.
I mean, I don't want to make fun of it, but I want to make fun of it. I always start laughing when sometimes I would watch American farming videos from companies when they give their best knowledge to everyone, right? And when they speak about the yield of bushel. I mean, we got rid of the bushels in the 70s here in Germany. Now we have all well shaved. Sorry, I had to go there because it was so. This chance will never be back again. Are they?
You're all perfectly groomed.
So this is why they speak about inches and bushel, right? You need You need a couple of inches to get through the bushels. I know. I get it. I get it. I think the last beer was wrong.
Yeah, but it was definitely just the last one.
Yeah.
I haven't had any beer. I had thought about it, but I don't want to have a hangover tomorrow. So I love American units. You know, one of my favourites is them. There's a meme of a sinkhole that was the same size as 7 washing machines.
Yeah.
So what kind of unit is a washing machine? So yeah, I love my American units. I just imagine
the person telling you that. Really, it's like, yeah. No, I don't want to go there, but I think you know what it's like. It's like that. It's like I mean, yeah, no.
By feeding animals.
I have to go there. I'm sorry, guys. I have to go there. I just saw a meme where a grandkid gave a puzzle to his grandfather. And just keep in mind, this is the one and only time I mentioned politics, yeah? Who gave a puzzle to his grandfather with a picture of Trump on it, the true president. The grandfather puzzled, and it was Biden. It was just to mock on those. Oh no, I'm dying. It was so funny, and I always imagine something like that when some people like that who really are that way.
Yep.
But don't worry. The people I imagine there are the same that I imagine in Germany on other topics. They're basically on the same. How is the line called in hospital when you're on on the machines. This flat line, the line.
Line.
Yeah, maybe that. So I always think they are on the same baseline. Can we get Paul a nurse, please? Yes, please. I need a nurse and a secretary, and yes, please. And I'm totally fine with the Latin woman. I love Latinas, so
You can't assume that the nurse would be female, Paul. Not in this day and age.
yeah, of course. You would send me 8.5-inch nurse, right?
Yep.
You asshole.
That hates pineapple.
You know how many pineapples you can pile up on 8.5 inches?
I imagine you've tried.
Yeah, just with the finger, and those are not that long. Oh.
Yeah, you have to account for the difference in length, obviously.
You know that we will never be able to stream on Netflix now with today's stream. we just killed it.
Oh well.
Everything.
Oh well. But we're being politically correct as well. Your nurse Graham will be round to help you out in a little while.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's not the kind of help that I need. And you should always give the help that is needed, not the help that is meant to be given. Yeah, I mean, example.
We care about your health, Paul.
No, if you have to measure a hole in the bottom, you in the soil, you give a meter stick and not a washing machine, right? So it's
It'd be silly.
With the sinkhole and the size of washing machines, I'm wondering who will throw a washing machine in there to see how big it is.
You don't look at a hole and think, that's got to be 6 or 7 washing machines.
Throw a washing machine in there, that'll do.
I would think in maybe in mother-in-law. How many mother?
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep. That slurry tank will hold a good 4,000 mother-in-laws.
and if you trip a little bit on it, maybe a sister-in-law will fit too. Just a little.
Have
one.
any of those?
No.
No, but I have far too many mother-in-laws.
Okay. We can work on that. Just dig a hole. I mean, we're digging our holes at the moment.
Yep. Yeah, I just need to find the nearest slurry tank.
So do I really have to go? Oh boy. I think I have to feed the what can no why come on okay, I will do it.
I blame the guy who made the animals eat too much.
No, it's not. They are calves. They don't eat much, but the problem is the distance. They are on the other side of the map, and normally the grazing would be good for it. But of course, at the moment it is not, and so I don't need that much of food now. But we don't have any silage bales, TMR bales on here, so I have to make a mixture and have to drive with the mixer wagon.
I haven't tried that yet, actually. I haven't tried baiting TMR.
Yeah, you can do with Castor, yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to do it on Sitio, but then the break came, so I don't have done it.
This is turning into a podcast with a bit of farming, not a bad thing. No. Yeah, sometimes you just have to have a laugh, in my opinion. We had such and so many bad days and bad topics and all that stuff in the past, and with now being back on a regular basis, let's do what we can do best, and it is you sometimes just have to have a laugh.
Yeah. A lot of my videos are like this. I ramble to my stuff about all sorts of random things, and it's part of the side effect of having friends on something chatting who haven't chatted in a long time.
Yeah. and not offending other people than ourselves. Yeah, I mean,
yeah. And the people that I pick on in chat are friends that I know will enjoy it. So it's but going back to the farm sim stuff, I really do need to do the TMR bales. I've been doing a lot of beet pulp silage bales using the buy point that's part of Maize Plus.
yeah.
That's a really nice, easy way of making lots of food. But I haven't done TMR bales since I did the preview of that baler.
You just mentioned to someone that is it's more enjoy, or it's more you get more of a good yield if you sell your oat and buy the bales. Did we make them too cheap?
No. Oats are a fairly profitable crop. So if you think by volume, if you're going to feed oats instead of silage, the volume of oats you're going to have to use is going to be quite a lot for a main feed, versus probably having to buy a few bales. So if you combine a whole field of oats, you're going to get 20,000 litres of oats, which is going and buying 4 silage bales.
You know that we destroyed by accident a complete stream. A complete let's make whole crop silage stream with 12 people on a server.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there's this guy called Agrarplay, right? And he wanted to do whole crop silaging. And he had the pre-version from me for, and I really thought they were playing on Landwirtschaftssimulator, and I really thought that Landwirtschaftssimulator has custom yields and all that stuff. And with the way the whole crop silaging is set up, is that you get a 1-by-1 conversation. So if you have 4.37 liters per square meter yield on the field, you get 43,700 liters of whole crop.
Yep.
But with the base game settings, you would get 250 or 300,000 liters. What is not realistic, but is from a lot of people recommended, because they had 10 hectares and they thought they could fill up a bunker silo with 1.5 million liters. And well, let's say it didn't go that well. So it was.
Was it quite a short stream?
No, it was. I mean, I'm not making fun of it, because I'm sorry for it, but I thought he would have thought about it, and he always said, no, it's not Maize Plus, it's the map, and no, it's not my. And I thought, yeah, but did you change it to? He never replied on that, so I really felt sorry for it. But this is because you asked a couple of days ago just on that topic. This is why I just remembered it. And TMR bales combined Castor's wrapper baler for behind the harvester, not the Mod Hub one, the Maize Plus one on his Discord, and I still have to remind him that he puts a link into our Discord too. This
would be handy, because people struggle with their Discord sometimes.
Yeah. And this one is capable of doing TMR, all the 6 or 5 TMRs in bales.
And beet pulp, silage, and something else as well.
The CCM.
Yeah.
I think it should be a good one if there's a link on our Discord. Yeah,
I've had a lot of people that have struggled to find it on the DSA Discord.
I know. I know.
I'm sure you do, because I'm sure you get the messages as well.
It's so nice to play with enough seasons days that you actually see your animals with 100% health and 100% productivity because they don't run out of food every 5 minutes.
Yeah, what I don't get is the difference between 5 and 7 days is huge. The same difference as between 3 and 2 days. Yes, it's the same difference with 2 days, but just in comparison, 5 days is close to double of 6. Yeah, so with 3 days you really fuck it. With 7 days it was like, what can I do now? Is there any contract? Can I feed? No, they have, or they still have. And now with 5 days, it's really that you can feed them in the evening and in the morning. That you can feed them in the morning and maybe, what? And maybe in the afternoon. It feels more. The amount is also more realistic. I just put in 16,000 liters in the husbandries with 35 and 50 cows, and it was enough for one day.
Mm-hmm.
It feels not that you have to put 60,000 liters in there and all that stuff, right? So it's 5 days is really my new recommendation. If you play with lazy teammates like Rainer, Sam, and myself. No, we are.
Yeah, my farm with 160 cows on 3-day seasons is interesting.
Did you see today the guy who has 1,600?
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine how much milk he's gonna get though.
Yeah, I'm so happy that I mean, I think you can taste, if it's the right pronouncing for it. You can taste now that I put down the amount of food that they need a little bit.
Only a tiny amount.
Yeah, I mean, if you have 100 cows, it can be up to 80,000 liters per day.
Yeah, I guess.
Less.
Yeah. Yeah. I have a modded feed wagon that holds 125,000 liters, so it's not a problem.
Cheater. The mapper of Pulau seems to change. Has changed the grass problem. Oh, did he? I wonder why. I think he has a crazy amount of downloads on this map.
Yeah.
I never ever found just one negative comment on this map. Not even Sam did a negative map preview.
Wow.
So
Good.
and that means a lot, really. More than 10 mothers-in-law worth of milk.
You killed him.
Yeah, I need two
That was the comment that did it.
I need 2 siblings of whiskey. Amount of 2 siblings. Really. No, I think I mean there's always the difference between look at you. I lost the straw bale. Can you please remind me that when I'm back at my farm that I get rid of the straw bale in the mixer wagon?
I'll probably forget.
Me too. I'm forgetting it since 6 streams.
Yeah, if you just change the recipe, you could use the straw bale.
I don't want to. I don't want to change the recipe. The changing of the recipe will something that will be with Terra Life. Okay, come on. Let's go back to topic. Let's go back to Farm Sim. Let's go back to Terra Life. Let's go back to. Fuck it.
The video is just caught up with you super strengthening that straw bale.
Yeah, so that's a good. It's a good cut. So why hell, oh why are people bringing mods now that we are demanding for years, like the pushable bales, that you finally can push the bales, not in multiplayer, that you can cut the bales, not in multiplayer. Why?
It's almost
Yeah,
like making things work in multiplayer is hard.
Yes.
Yeah, and because people are lazy. They are so lazy. No, the other thing that I want to say is that a lot of mods now are coming out that we wanted to do in Terra Life 2. Like, for example, the dying animals, the animal system that is now as a single mod. Then there are... hey, come on. To be honest, how good is this mod here? Give me a sec.
Somehow changed the view on my YouTube.
Just tell me when you see...
So you driving a mixer wagon still?
Huh.
That one.
Yeah. That one that I'm asking Modelleicher for years, and he says no, we can't do it. Someone just made it.
And what's really nice is it actually reads the XML file.
Yes.
So
Yes.
if you edit it, it reads your edit.
Yes. Isn't that great?
Mm.
Isn't that great? I really like it. I don't need it, but I like it.
Mm.
Because sometimes, because we were on the topic on switching recipes, I do not always go at the mixer wagon. I mean, on the mixer wagon, it says only for the mixer wagon, and I don't have in mind what I updated now all on the sliders because of some crazy Brits and some crazy North German people in the team who demanded on updating some stuff. I updated so much that I really don't know at the moment anymore what is all possible in the sliders. So, but that's a problem. That's a huge problem. Two possibilities. Of course, we have the same stuff in mind. So we are basically on the same position as Giants is. When someone makes a mod and 2 years later Giants brings it into the game, they always say Giants is stealing your mod and blah blah blah. Nonsense. Bullshit. But now we are in the same position. I mean, we didn't talk about every detail or in detail about every feature that we are planning. But I can tell you the animal system and the feeding system is one of the biggest goals and topics that we wanted to change. That was not necessary or possible or worth doing for Maze Plus, for the small standalone global mod. But we will do it. But now we have two possibilities. There's only one way to do it, so we have to do it basically the same way. So it would not work with the mod where a modder put his effort and time into. And the other possibility is that people complain, yeah, you stole the mod.
Mm.
So we only can lose. But I don't fucking care because we make a whole ecosystem where it all fits together. And if you have 20 different mods, so basically if you would have Terra Life split up in 20 different mods, it would be much harder to make it work together.
Yeah. Yeah, it's designed to be a closed system, isn't it?
Yeah. And
but it's going to be such a complete thing that you probably won't need so many of those extra mods.
No, but for example, the green mowing that we had back in FS19, it was not our mod, it was not our script, but I approached the modder and I said we would do the same now for Maze Plus. Will you update your mod? Would you like to collaborate with us, or what would you do, or can we use it and we credit you? And he gave us the permission to use it, to change it for our liking. We gave him the credits and he had the permission to use stuff from Maze Plus for any new plant mod of his. This is the way. Leck mich am Arsch. I crashed in a pole.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, you
And
know.
I'm not even on the map.
No, you know why? Because I changed the sensitivity of the head tracking. When I look to the right side, I can.
And I thought you said you liked the Polish.
The Polish pole. No, a week ago I had to change only move my head only a little bit to get a longer turn, a wider turn. But because of the irritation with reading chat and always my screen looking backwards, I changed it a little bit, so I have to move my head much further. And now with the small and short views on poles and stuff on the map, I don't see that far anymore. I have to turn my head much more, and this is why I crash on the right side with the mixer wagon so much at the moment, because the head doesn't turn that far as it should. So no, with the scripts, we always do and we always will do give credit for stuff that people did, but I guarantee you, if we have these features in Terra Life, there will be the same outcry as there is with the animals, yeah, where people say, yeah, it's the same as Hof Bergmann. Yes, and I thought Hof Bergmann had, the guys had made them themselves, but they didn't. They also just bought the licenses, so why shouldn't we? And I think it will be totally the same.
Yeah.
And it's a question: should we care for it, or should we just do our stuff and good for it?
I think that kind of thing would be much easier if, like we've been, the people who, you know, used those animals in the past were just open about the fact that they brought them, rather than letting people assume that they had done all the work themselves in implementing all those, you know, all the models and things.
Yeah.
I was not at all surprised when I saw the, is it cat breeding that they released?
Yeah, because it's in the package.
Yeah, it's part of the pack. I suspect there'll be some others that will come as well, because there are other animals in the pack they haven't used yet.
Yeah. But this is something where I really can say I don't care. We have the bill, we have the invoice. We paid for this stuff, and so we will use it.
And you know, as you said, we're getting extra stuff done as well, which pushes it even further than just what you can go and buy. So
yeah, I'm not sure with all the ongoing toxicity, or how it is called, outside of our bubble. I mean, our Maze Plus community. What the fuck? I'm producing clip after clip now. First I forget to lower the back, now the front.
Oh.
Or did I didn't program headland management.
Yeah, realistically you should be lowering these implements, Paul.
I love you too.
I don't come here to watch you make these silly kinds of mistakes.
Yeah, I know. But the problem is there was never a tutorial from Disturb on lowering and leveling implements. So how should I know?
That's because he doesn't like mulching.
Yeah, because you can't drive in straight lines without any help.
That may or may not be true. But I don't use GPS on everything, so, you know.
Yeah, I don't use it either. I don't have a GPS on here.
That's an enhanced vehicle, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think the last time we streamed, you were trying to get that to work.
Yeah. It's funny if you put the function on the right buttons, it's really easy to use.
Yeah.
But it's also depending on the implement that you're using. I think, or it feels like the enhanced vehicle guiding system works faster and easier and better with offset implements.
Mm-hmm.
There's no adjustment needed for plows or mowers with front and back, and it works immediately. It's just not good enough for Proceed.
Yeah, the VCA one is pretty good for offset stuff as well,
Yeah.
generally. Again, it's not so good with Proceed because you have to use semi-automatic mode rather than automatic mode.
Yeah.
But I don't have a problem with that. I was proceeding this earlier today, so
Mm-hmm.
and I use VCA.
I mean, yeah, if you're just using an 8.5-inch seeder, it's sure it's working fine. But if you use the really big one,
It was a big one.
it was a big one.
Big one. Yeah, it was a big one. Yep, it was a whole 9 meters, or approximately 3/4 of a football field.
Oh, how many washing machines lined up?
I believe it's about 7 washing machines wide.
Oh,
I think as part of TerraLife, you're going to have an option to measure volume by washing machine now.
yeah. And how many gallons of washing water were inside? Because you have to keep in mind on how deep it sinks into the ground, depending on.
Is that a US gallon or
I
an
think-
imperial gallon or? Yeah, you can't just guess these things.
I really want to quote a very good British friend of mine here. Just go fuck off. No, it's I mean, oh, I really love the way that Smoky says. Just be honest about it, right? The problem is I'm always honest about this stuff, and still we get slapped in the face.
Yeah, but that's mainly because others aren't,
Yeah,
and you being honest shows up the things that they haven't been honest about.
mostly. I think it's because people are jealous. And the only thing they can react, the only way they can react is by being that idiotically stupid, unfriendly, whatever, greedy about it.
Mhm.
Sometimes I care, sometimes I don't care. And
I think eventually those kind of things weigh you down.
yeah, when you are in a bad place, anyways, then of course it does. Yeah. But it's basically one of the topics that we had before, right? Yes, you have to pay for the licenses, so they paid for it. They charge people for it, in a way, with doing behind paywall and all that stuff. And so the argument is, yeah, we paid for it, so we charge for it. Yeah, we paid for it too, but we don't charge for it.
Yeah.
And they feel offended. Yeah, because we don't do it to offend them. We do it because we are honest people.
I wonder if the reason is because there's a different motivation for doing it, because you want those extra animals in the game to make your gameplay better.
Yeah.
You're not making TerraLife to make a product to make money.
No, because I'm stupid.
Whereas a lot of people that do this are making a product to make money. And so they feel that they are justified in charging for their product, and so they invest in their product. Whereas you're just a really nice guy who does cool stuff for everyone.
Yeah, I invest in people. Look at our team now.
Yeah. I think that probably says a lot for the way that that Maize Plus and the farming agency works. The fact that you've pulled together a team of completely amazing modders that are, all super keen to get stuff done and help each other do stuff, which is, kind of crazy watching them all chat and bounce ideas off each other and stuff.
Sometimes it's a little bit scary, isn't it?
Yeah.
Especially when the scripters are doing it.
Yes, those are the conversations that we're all thinking about. When you put 4 scripters in a chat room, you get 15 conversations going on.
Yeah, and we got now 8 scripters, right? So, if you thought of... No, back in the days when I thought of getting another scripter to help Modelleicher, I never would have thought of that outcome. And then I was happy to get one in the team and one universal, very capable and very kind guy like Ola, who can do a lot of other stuff too. And then it was like, well, he's doing with him and he's doing with him, and they are, have you any interest? And they suddenly they all came.
Yeah.
And now...
I think it's really cool as well that almost instantly the whole team had a really good feel.
Yeah. Leon, hi.
Those few team chats we've had, it's like people that have known each other for a very long time. So.
Yeah, people coming together that are basically more like family and friends is a huge benefit, but then them being capable on top of it is quite amazing. And
people that want to be part of doing something so cool.
Yeah, and I always make this example with Achim Mobil and me being really colliding on Creative Mesh Discord, on him accusing me destroying BGAs and productions with Maze Plus, and it's shitty and whatever. So he didn't like Maze Plus, and me didn't like productions. And now the whole revamp team is in our team.
Yeah.
and they integrate Maze Plus, and we integrate some productions, and coming out of the bubble that you're in. I mean, I was never in a small bubble. I always try to get the bubble as big as possible to grow. Yeah. But seeing other people also willing to extend their bubble and to learn, even on stuff that they don't like, but they are impressed by. This is also something that I always do. For example, pumps and hoses. Pumps and hoses is not a mod for me because I'm no BGA guy, slurry, whatever. It's not for me, but it's an amazing job. I can give the credit that it's an amazing job. I don't have to talk it down. I just can say it's nothing for me. And then when you see features, for example, like Rainer yesterday said, it was the slurry basins that they have that are truly amazing, right? Or something that you said.
Yeah, the slurry storages, they have really beautiful models.
They are. They're really detailed models, aren't they?
So afterwards, finding out that there is even a silver lining in something that is nothing for you, but it's really an awesome mod is great. And that's the same with everybody in the team. They are interested in the topic, they are interested in the project, they are interested in doing new stuff, crazy stuff. No matter if the mod is something for them specially, or just learning and that's really amazing.
Yeah,
Creative Mesh acting childish? No, Smoky. Achim Mobil and me were discussing Yeah, we were disgusting. We were discussing. Huh? How is it called when you
Discuss it.
Yeah, the fucking English word. We were talking about and ranting about to each other about our stuff. Him about Maze Plus and me about the production. It was on Creative Mesh Discord. Creative Mesh are friends and partners, and they are amazing guys. They are never childish. So please don't get it wrong. Eicherpower, Abend. So that was really the thing where yeah. That was the beginning of the end. I mean, him and Braven made Maze Plus work with Pumps and Hoses and with Revamp.
Mm. Yeah, they did some really cool, clever work and really nicely implemented as well.
Yeah, and Glowin being in the team, the guy of the headland management.
Mm.
I never used it before, and yeah, Rainer is really impressed by it. I am really impressed by it.
Mm.
And it's just because for me it's just because he's in the team now. I heard of this mod and I used this mod then. And
yes, I've used it in the past and it's really nice.
Yeah, you are also cosplay and auto drive and follow me.
Yeah.
Guy. Yeah. I do not judge on that. I mean, follow me as would be nice for some sometimes some game sessions where that you don't have to go back and forth. So it's okay, and I don't judge you on it because you cheat too much on other occasions. So no, it's
hard.
No, it's also cosplay. If there are people out there, and it's a very popular mod, so if people are out there and use this, it's totally okay for me. I do not tell them don't use it. Most of the time, people who use it tell me why I don't have to use Maze Plus because it's a shit mod. You see, there's always the difference in between on how people approach stuff. I said cosplay is nothing for me. I don't use it. And they hear because they want to hear that I'm talking bad about it. I don't. I just don't use it.
Yeah. It doesn't fit your style of play.
Yeah.
It's, the same way as quite often the way you do things doesn't fit how I tend to play.
Correct.
I probably wouldn't spend 2 hours mulching however many fields it is now.
Yeah, me neither.
But you have.
Yeah, I do it because it's a good way to not use the head track and have in out of view not the head shake and reading the chat and having basically some moved pictures in the background from the podcast.
Yep.
Yeah. So I would normally I wouldn't do it. I would use the mulcher in front and a plow in the back and or something like that to make it efficient and. But it's just
realistic.
Yeah, it is. But I don't like it. But that I don't like it doesn't mean that I don't do it from time to time because I'm open to new things. And this is also something that people are really there are people out there that are open to new things, and they are mostly those kind of people who approach us with a very positive and constructive feedback. And the other people who are negative are, I don't know what they are.
They just are.
We used so many bad words tonight, but it's not on the list that I would use for them. I would never use the word for it. So I mainly use Maze Plus for the changes to animal feed. Love that edition. The tedding stages don't do much for me, but I appreciate the option. Yeah, with the tedding stage, it's really a compromise. The way we had it back in FS19 was on top of the seasonal drying, but the seasonal drying didn't work that well either. And the detection of the work areas and what was on the ground we didn't want to put it in the small global Maze Plus mod, but we wanted to have more stages for people who do roleplay. The whole tedding system will be changed with TerraLife, like the moisture system, so that you have stuff that is rotting on the fields, that you have stuff that is drying by wind and weather conditions and all that. But it's so complex, it would not be possible to put it in Maze Plus itself, because you have to stop at a certain point, and we already put more into Maze Plus than we wanted to, than we intended to. And on top of that, the animal system is not after our liking at all. It's just basically the same way as it was in FS19 with us, but we will work on the animal system too to make it more realistic and more after our liking. So it's always a lot of compromises, and sometimes, or most of the time, people who just want to rant about it, they will rant about it and will tell and say it is crap. And those people I don't explain, like I did now for you, on how and why we made certain choices.
I was really, really pleased with the choice that you made for the tedding, because I was one of the people that really didn't enjoy all those extra tedding stages.
Passerati, see you, bye bye, thank you for being here. Yeah, it's always. I mean, when you had hay on the ground with seasons, and it was after 6 p.m., I guess. It could happen that it turned back to semi-dry.
Mm-hmm.
And you lost stuff if it rained, but you didn't lose it in a realistic way. So Modelleicher is very unhappy with the way it was in FS19. So he said, if we put a hand on it, we have to make it perfect and better. But it's a lot of work, and he said, so we will do it new and better. And he's really hard to please. So if something is not really realistic, he won't do it. And that was also a problem with Maze Plus, that certain features I would have put in there just to have them a tiny little bit, but with them not being perfect, we didn't do it because of the backlash that we could have gotten with it. And yes, I mean, I know that it's better than the base game one, yes, for sure. But when we started with Maze Plus, it was Maze Plus and the CCM extension. And then we said, well, but we won't touch the feeding, someone else should do. We played for 1 week, and then we said, no, we have to do something with the feeding system, because it's so annoying, it's so crappy, and we cannot wait for other people to maybe lay their hands on it. And we made it as far as possible, but you have to look at the food that you can feed and the worth that the food has. You cannot split the worth of the feed in the way that you would need it to have more food sliders, for example, so that a power food has another worth than if you use as power food wheat, for example. So you cannot make the different feeds with different weight worth, whatever it is called. You have one slider, and everything you put in there has the same amount of outcome. If you put maize silage, grass silage, whole crop silage in one slider, it doesn't matter which you put in. And this is something that we really want to change, that it really makes a difference if you use alfalfa silage, for example, for the protein instead of grass silage. If you mow earlier, that you have more protein than if you mow later, and all that stuff. And for that, you really have to completely overdo the animal system. And this is not done in just a small global mod like Maze Plus.
There was a lot of cool information in there, if you were paying attention.
As far as I know, Realismus Modding said they won't do any updates on seasons. And yeah, without talking too much about stuff that I really should not talk about. I just can say that there is one or the other guy that was working, maybe working on seasons, who got a little bit disappointed on the way it turned out with seasons in FS22, and let's say it that way. I would be the same way disappointed as this person is seeing his baby die, as I would be if I would see Maze Plus die in the vanilla game. I'm not sure if the translation or my stupidity just messed up what I wanted to say, but
I think we get the sentiment.
so if you have a project that you put all your heart in and you see it abused and cut down that way, I don't think that you want to put more effort in it, even as a third party then. Yogi, good evening. Hello, hello, hello. He's working on a cool map too. I just saw a short stream of the map the other day. I think from the looking at it, it will be the best map he has done so far. Really nice looking map.
I am getting to the point where I need to get off of here soon.
Not only you, because I totally missed the deadline. It should have been 10 p.m. I don't want to do these long-term streams anymore at the moment, to keep at least the quality a little bit.
Yeah.
So
there was a lot of quality in today's stream.
it was totally. It was swearing. It was below the belly line. We talked about long feet.
Entertainment.
It's where he lived for a couple of years back. So he says it's a little bit spooky.
That's very cool.
Yeah,
yes,
but
I can imagine it would be quite strange.
But the cool thing is, if I would build my ex hometown, and the house where I lived in, I would finally update the house to the one I wanted to have back in the days. just for the sake of the argument. Then. So, but I want to say thank you to everybody who was watching, for all the support that you give us by being a positive critic, by talking with us about stuff we do, with giving ideas, with questioning, with supporting by using the promo codes Alien Paul, Farming Agency, or Disturb, by tipping us, by sending us food and love and everything. You are a great community, and from now on we will do the English streams on a regular basis. That is our plan. And I thank the crazy Rainer for being here. Yeah. And the today a little bit irritated Disturb.
It's been fun. It's been a lot of fun.
And the totally crazy but closely back to normal Paul. So guys, have a good one. Leave a little bit of love, like a thumbs up, share the video. I'm not sure if you should share this video, but but yeah,
maybe with your more mature friends rather than
But you can comment below the video. Just give us your opinion on the Seasons Pass 2, on the stuff that we do. really, I would love to see some more comments below the videos because they are not that often there. It also helps out the channel a little bit. Guys, I wish you all the best. We see us latest next week on Thursday or in the German streams. I know some of you hop in. Have a good one. Bye-bye. And I'll be back.
Good night.
Bye.